start the development of turning mobile phones off of the left-hand finger patterns through book 1 to 3. So we'll just like as far away as you can possibly get. Okay, fine. Let's play G major tonalisation to warm ourselves up a little bit. If you want to do any position, double stops, whatever version you would like to do, that's fine. Arm vibrato, please, Joe Hammer. While we've got fiddles in hands, and talk about the colours. Do you want me to get the colours so that you can see?
I've got the colours, I think.
Well done. Thank you. Let's just put that there to start off with. Okay, so my turn, your turn. Starting with the red finger pattern, I think we can sit down.
A major.
Good.
But one starts in A major.
Good. On the A&E, yes. Why are we starting only on A&E?
Balance.
Balance.
Balance, ringing notes.
Easier.
Hang on, ringing notes. More ringing on A&E than D&G?
Are they easier to hear rather than more ringing?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think the lower strings are more resonant. But I think that...
That top A can be really, really out there on the E. Right, there's a point for starting on the E, isn't there? And that is... Like, what is that starting on the E?
What is that starting on the E? That's my question. Why are we starting on the E if it's not for maximum resonance?
Is it easiest to balance?
Exactly, it's for the right arm. Yeah. It's for the bow arm. As soon as you go onto another string, apart from G, then you have to be much more accurate as to your bow placement, not to touch more than one string at a time. And if you were on G, then your whole balance is sort of very different. So obviously we do want to talk about ringing notes and we do want them to play in tune, but I don't think that's the main reason for starting on E and A, is for the physical relaxation, heavy elbow, and ease of good sound straight away. and then the A because it's next door. That's next. Slightly veering off the left-hand finger positions already, but that's fine. So every week I was going to ask someone to write up these notes so that we have by the end of the set. I did put it on the. Shall I put it on the board? Do you want to just take a picture of that so that you know what we're doing today? And then I'll do it the same as we did last week, where I put it on the board and pick someone to.
Shall I just put this in the group chat?
Yes, please.
Sure, thank you. Rex, could you make sure the computer is facing the right way, please?
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Thanks.
I saw a big pack of wipes.
It's on the window ledge.
Is it?
Yeah.
How random. Thank you very much. Right, this is going to be absolutely nothing, so we're just
It's going to be dry.
dry. Yeah.
Thank you.
Could somebody grab the pack of wipes on the table outside, which I think still have some sort of moisture in them, please?
Well, you can use the dry ones to dry them.
Absolutely. Who knew that whiteboards were so technically complicated? Thanks, Joe. Right, okay, so red finger pattern. Y, A major. Why else?
It's easiest, it's from the bunny bundle, isn't it? It's easiest for our tendons.
Very good. Your 2 and 3 are together. I don't know how much easier that is compared with 1 and 2 being together, but it's certainly a lot easier than 3 and 4 being together.
I think it shares the same channel, right? Those two tendons share the same channel.
Yeah.
Of 2 and 3?
That's why you're in
Yeah,
for
they
this
do. Okay, I do not know enough about this. You can educate me. Right, so the main reasons are that we are really focused on the resonance, intonation. Why do we stick with 1 finger pattern for so long?
To like embed it.
Yeah, exactly, for consolidation. Very good. So if we think about the broad patterns of what you learn in the left hand, God, this is like a big bridge or something. Right, okay, that'll do.
That's my tea, and you won't mind.
Okay, so for finger patterns. So A major on E and A, because 2 and 3 close, embed good intonation through the same hand shape, yeah? What happens next?
Blue finger pattern.
Do we get the blue finger pattern? I mean, in the left hand, that is what happens next, yes, but what's the main... you start on A&E and red finger pattern, and then do we get blue finger pattern or DNA first?
DNA.
Good, so that's not exactly what we're talking about here, but then next you kind of learn red fingers. And this is one of the reasons that I find these patterns and colours so much more helpful to talk about than keys, because as soon as we're now talking about, we're in D major, it sounds like it's a change, but it's not a change of finger pattern, we've just gone over a string. And then if you're a D major on the E string, you know, like it all just needs kind of explanation, that just being in red finger pattern on a specific string just removes the need for all of that complicated discussion. And if you have parents who either don't know anything about music, they will be scared of keys, or who do know about music will be like, but it's not D major on the E string, is it? And you're like, no, but we're not talking about the E string. So it just makes it a lot clearer. On D is introduced next, and then we have blue fingers. Where?
Etude.
Good. And which strings? Sorry, that's why I sounded a bit put off as I was still thinking in strings. Good. Blue fingers from etude on
A.
good. With what's happening on D and G?
I choose.
Red fingers.
Sorry.
It's alright.
Yeah.
Red fingers on D and G. And that is why you need lots of preview, because etude is really hard. It's hard to remember, it's hard to play. It's the first piece they have all 4 strings. It's the first piece you've got blue fingers. It's only the second place you've done doubles. I mean, it's completely mad to try and learn all of that new stuff all at once, right? So you have to set your students up long before that. Okay, good. Keep going with the finger patterns.
Yellow, hot pink,
Good. Where?
middle
Into
two.
it too.
Very good. So yellow with a hot pink 3. Why is the bless you. Why is the hot pink 3 a different colour from the rest? Why isn't it just yellow?
Extend it.
Because then it would just be red. Finger pattern.
No, if it was the same colour as yellow, but if the hot pink 3 was also yellow, it would just be the yellow finger pattern.
Because that would be the same as the red finger pattern, wouldn't it?
No, if it were in the same place, it was just not hot pink as opposed to yellow. It was just the yellow, like we've got the red, we've got the blue, and then we just have the yellow, and then you have the green.
Because it's like an extended one.
Yeah, because the 3 is the thing that is going to go in the wrong place unless you give it special attention. And that's why it is a different colour. And it's the only one out of all 12 finger patterns that has a different colour within one colour. So it's, I think, partly psychologically to make it very exciting for the children. They want to play the hot pink 3 because it's like the special one. And it's also to draw your attention to this is the one that you need to keep thinking about, keep listening to, keep working at. Yeah, even in book 4, if you say to my students, what finger pattern is it here? They're like, oh, it's probably yellow with a hot pink 3, that's why it's out of tune. Like they know that most of the time, if there's a problem, that's what it's going to be. Or green, but that's much less
But it's obvious.
prevalent.
Yeah.
Good. Where else do we get a hot pink 3?
Probably the rot.
Good. Kit, can you find it in the rock?
It's the C sharp and the G string.
Excellent. Oh, that wasn't Kit, that was you.
Sorry.
Thank you, Kit. Well done. Right, she beat you to it. Yeah. Da 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 dum, ba dum bum. And the rot is also more complicated because why? I'm just going to open the window. Am I the only person that's absolutely roasting?
I'm boring.
Right. Good. Glad it's not just me. Do you want to come in a bit, sweetheart? You're very far away.
Next steps.
It's all the way in the G string, isn't it? So you've
Yeah,
got to make sure the elbow's all the way over.
Isn't it?
You've got to make sure the left elbow's all the way out. So
All the way forward, yes. Good. And what else happens with your finger patterns rather than anything else in Gossec?
Like 8 famous notes are all switches. Very similar.
Good. And Kit, what else is going on at the beginning of Gossec that is a big challenge compared with any of the minuets or the Happy Farmer?
With finger patterns? Or?
Yeah, with finger patterns. Let's just play the first 2 lines of Garage. Come on, Banjo, you going to help me play the piano? Joe, could you lead, please? Very nice, lovely dynamic demonstrations. Right, so what else is going on in the first 2 lines that is to do with finger patterns?
Good.
Good, with the grace notes, yeah? So it's the first time that we have fast grace notes. We've got the slow one in minuets, but fast grace notes is the first time, and you've got all of your grace notes going to a low 2, but then on the E, and then high 2 on the A. So you're switching a lot between red and blue, which they haven't done quickly before much, apart from the first piece that they ever learned blue fingers in. So Gossek is, a big piece for all of those reasons and others. Anything else noticeable in Gossek?
Just faster in general.
Yeah.
Celebrating.
Just a lot more
Yeah.
left hand
Denser,
facility
longer.
necessary.
There's more emphasis on 4 fingers.
Good. Yeah, I'm not going to write that in, but yes, that is absolutely true. Good. And a lot more use of all the strings.
So that would, in a sense, definitely bringing the 4th finger to the patterns in the way that you haven't done as much as before.
Yeah.
That does change how it feels within the hand.
How many pieces are there in book 1 you can't play a 5th down?
That one. And etude.
Yeah, only 2. So there are only 2 pieces that use all 4 strings. I'm not going mad, am I? Anything of note in Happy Farmer? The finger patterns? No, not really. Just a kind of, blue fingers from attitude on A and E with red fingers on D and G, then continues in the minuets. Shut up, Banjo. Right, so book 2. That might mean that Mimi's here. Here we go. Banjo! Such a professional training course. Banjo brings the joy, apart from when the doorbell goes, and then she brings the irritation. So, right, so have we got any level 2s left in here? No, right, I'll just take a little pause. Hello, thank you. Banjo, you are naughty.
Not put it down till the door shuts.
Right. Hi, Mimi. Can you just make sure the door is not on the latch and come in when you're ready? Take your time.
We need another chair.
Yeah, Kit, could you get another chair so we can do level 2? Ed, I want you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kit. Okay, so what happens in book 2 with finger pattern development?
You get some more.
You get some more. I mean, you're not wrong. That is what happens. Hi.
Hello.
How's it going?
I'm fine, I'm just sorry.
Don't worry. Don't be sorry. It's absolutely fine. We are charting the development of left-hand finger patterns. So, book 2, give me the first major development of what happens with the left hand in book 2, do you think?
We end up moving all the finger pieces into the whole book. So
Sorry, start again.
the fingers all go lower in positions by the time you get to the end of the book.
Yeah, so basically book 1 is quite constrained, isn't it? We have yellow with a hot pink 3, but it's all quite sort of neatly in blocks of you're in a bit of red, you're in a bit of blue, and then Gossek sort of slightly disrupts that. This chair is for you, my love. So Gossek disrupts that. But then, okay, so let's go through piece by piece very quickly. Judas, anything exciting in the left hand? No, a little bit extra of yellow with a hot pink 3 and a dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, but not really. Musette?
No.
No. Why am I giving you the pieces? Next piece?
Hunter's Chorus. Nothing there.
No.
Long, long ago.
No.
Good. Next piece?
It's too religious.
Mimi, next piece? Waltz, yeah.
Well,
Waltz is
sorry.
before, it's alright. So then book 2, Well, what are we mostly in? A combination of in all of those pieces we just listed.
G or D.
G.
Yeah. So we're mostly in red. Well, actually, I would probably say we're mostly in blue, but we're in a combination. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly blue with red. Up to where does this get disrupted?
2 grenadiers.
Good. So up to waltz. Waltz is pretty normal finger patterns, isn't it? Oh yes, bourrée.
Bourrée.
Anything useful happening in bourrée for left hand?
And there's only a C sharpened.
No,
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, it's the same stuff, delivered differently. Good. And so what happens next?
Go to D minor, is it D minor?
Yeah.
Good. So your 2 grenadiers is a big departure, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're doing a contraction back over the low 1.
Low ones.
That's the first minor key, isn't it? Is it? Or not?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the first one, the key signature as well.
Well done. So we are using which colour? If we're thinking about low ones. How would you describe that?
Yellow hot.
Yes, well done, yellow with the hot pink 3. Let's just play a bit of the 2 grenadiers.